we're alive.
Yes.
Oh right, I had to cast some spells to keep you alive. But
Alright, maybe there was some healing involved.
Only a little bit.
Yeah,
To
there
be
we
fair,
go.
if we hadn't randomly summoned that unicorn, I wouldn't have taken any damage either.
Yeah, that
Whose
unicorn
fault
was
was that? That was
definitely...
you,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
That was my fault, yeah.
It was also him that asked for the heart of an alicorn.
Oh wow.
Although
yeah.
we found out in the end that the unicorn was stupid because it thought that the horse heart was a alicorn heart. Surely they're completely different.
In the heat of the moment.
Heat at the moment. He was also a magically summoned unicorn. Silly enough to get caught in a trap of wild magic.
God, even if it was a unicorn from a different part
Yeah.
of Feywild, it probably wouldn't be pro-hag.
No.
So,
It's fine.
you know.
It's fine.
This
I
is-
mean, you show up and you see us as well. I kind of go, yeah.
This is when future historians will go, there were many complicated reasons for the unicorn's involvement.
yeah, the fact it just looked at the team and thought, yeah, they're the target.
It assessed the situation and saw we were on the back foot. Right.
Yeah.
Session 9. Not
Session
10.
Not
9.
9.
It's alright.
So, last week you travelled into Loomlurch, where you had tea with Granny Nightshade. She, while you presented your bard as Will of the Wild in a very convincing setup,
It was good.
you were left alone very briefly while she offered to give you a reward, and Elor decided for the heart of an alicorn.
I mean, we did ask for things like Pavlova's heart first.
Yeah, you had to do parts of the cat. Like,
We had to negotiate down to an alicorn's heart.
it wasn't an option on the conversation
Yeah.
interaction thing,
Yeah.
unfortunately. It was greyed out with sort of not enough charisma.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah.
Other creatures can go above 20, it's only player characters that can't.
Without the help of magic.
While the hag was away getting your gift, your wizard also remembered that he was supposed to be giving a signal to the getaway gang after some not so subtle reminding from the rest of the party. With the operation sort of midway underway, you decided to put your head back into the workshop to see what was going on, and then saw the hag enter the other end of the room with a heart in her hand. When I think 3 of you fully got what was going to happen. I don't think one of you did. Being rather perturbed that you were letting her sort of endless army of slave children escape, she decided to engage you in combat.
Yep.
Will of the Wild decided to join the fray on your side.
Did he?
Badass.
Did he? Because all I seem to remember him doing was running from table to table while it's small.
It was like, she kept disappearing. He was like,
Which then led her to copy him.
yeah, that was rather annoying.
She had an annoying habit of turning small and then hiding in the workshop, only to pop out and surprise one of you. But you did manage to successfully take her down with no casualties, and as your druid quite eloquently pointed out, no damage to any of you whatsoever. You were all perfectly fine.
I was absolutely fine. I don't know.
I am hairless.
To be fair, that wasn't
Yeah.
as a
Just like
result
all
of
of my
combat.
That was for different reasons.
Oh yes, you had a treat that made you hairless. So you are covered in at this point covered in sort of a very stubble, I guess.
I did grab a throw of some sort
You
to
do-
cover my
Yeah, you do have clothing. but,
dignity.
Dignity? What's that?
I lost it ages ago.
With the hag gone, the rest of the inhabitants of thither decided to congregate in Loomlurch to try and figure out what to do next. You managed to break the flying rocking horse that Granny Nightshade used for transportation, realising that it was the body of the alicorn whose horn you have. and he opted to let you keep the horn and do in service for the greater good.
Something about it was more important that we had it than him having it. I think he just didn't want to go home to the wife and kids.
Well, he did go back to his wife, if you remember.
Well,
He went for
Very
real.
briefly.
Die.
oh no, a grievous wound, dear. I must move on.
Oh, it's like the Top Gear thing when they're in Africa, and it's just like, oh, it's beautiful here. Just write back and say we're ill. He is now secretly on a beach with a cocktail.
Tupac. Yeah, Tupac, Biggie, Elvis.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Having the absolute time of his life.
Glenn Miller.
But yeah, you did get a signal that it was heavily implied was the Alicorns passing.
Profound sadness across all the land, I believe it was.
It was. Yeah. There are no more Alicorns in the Feywild.
That's what we should do. We
In
should
the
come back
prison
after
sorry.
this and start an Alicorn breeding program. We should reintroduce them to the population.
Along with the rest of the inhabitants, they're pretty much all dying off. There's one centaur left, one giant spider, one sentient hill. To be fair, I think there was only ever one sentient hill.
An Alicorn that had lost its horn, a centaur that has lost its sight, a spider that's really old.
Good at telling stories, though.
I wanted to hear Shrek 3.
Yeah, Shrek 3. Yep.
Oh, you could stay in Limlurch for a bit longer, I guess.
Just forget saving the other two domains.
Yeah.
We'll get to it eventually. Go on.
But it's a trap because once you stay for Shrek 4, you then can't leave, and they're just forced to listen to an ever increasingly worse story every night.
Shrek 5. The Donkey Dragon Babies Adventure.
Shrek 64. I bet you didn't see that pixie in the background of one shot in the first movie. Oh, he's got a backstory.
Spaceballs. Rocky 5,000.
But you decided to spend the night in Loomlurch and then head off the next morning.
We butchered the horse.
You did decide
Feed
to.
all the children.
Well, you barbecued the horse that the hag butchered.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, make use of
It was tasty.
Save some jerky for later.
Yeah. Chewable meat.
There is one thing that is different from when you wake up. The owlbear egg has hatched. Have a baby owlbear.
Yay!
Who's imprinted?
I was going to say, who's you looking at and going, Mama?
I like tigers, and you don't want to be the one it didn't imprint on.
Sorry, just showing my animal handling.
So yeah, I imagine the druid has been doing sort of the bulk of the work with the egg. Also being a fire genasi, I imagine, has been keeping it warm, and you wake up to find sort of the cracked egg around you.
I'm still waiting for Frank to give birth to his dryad.
So trees don't really give birth to dryads. The dryad grows in the tree. They're sort of a symbiotic relationship. But yeah, if the tree gets
It's got to
big
come
enough,
out eventually.
if the tree gets big enough,
Pulls out his axe, cesarean section.
the medical revolution has really not happened in this universe, has it? But yeah, I imagine the druid wakes up to find the
owlbear just in his face.
pretty much just curled up as close to it, sort of wanting food. So owlbears
Congratulations.
specifically eat meat. So
Small children.
there is, there is horses. So while the rest of you can scavenge and find the various berries, the fish that are made of skittles, all of the rest of the gingerbread cemetery that you desecrated for the zoomies. There is obviously meat around as well, but if you want to keep the owlbear friendly, you will have to put effort into finding
Proper
meat
owlbear food
for it. Luckily, it is still very small, so it doesn't require a lot. And yeah, you probably have.
Do you have to feed it like a bird?
Who's volunteering?
I suspect I go.
That's how I feed the Harrington.
Are you going to feed the Albert the Harrington that way?
I'm not going to say it.
Oh, yeah, it works.
No.
So, yeah.
You set off Albert in tow, presumably.
And what was the oil can?
Squirt.
And we filled up.
You did fill up with oil. And Clapperclaw emerged from the forest.
I've been looking for you guys. Yeah.
So you do notice that he has an item spun from Nib in the cave, and he intends to use that to pay his debts at the bar. That was, of course, the tavern on legs that you stayed in.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you set off, and a couple of hours later, you arrive back, sort of towards the edge of Downfall.
But this time, is Clapperclaw with us?
He is still.
He's not like falling off in the middle of the night.
Could be a new king, isn't it?
He went walkabout.
Is it Illic?
Yeah. Is Illic still the king?
You're approaching Downfall.
Well, we shall find out when we see the bridge.
We've not been gone that long.
Long enough.
How long were you in there for?
Exactly.
How many rests? Well,
How long's a piece of string?
you can presume that time works the same way, roughly speaking, within the Feywild, or within the Prismere specifically.
Yeah, but
Or you had three long rests in.
I'm gonna open the Yalva.
How very dare you?
Calling to
Oh, I'm glad you did.
me. Don't worry, I'll jump on that grenade for you.
once they're open, that's it. You open it,
Oh, I
Ollie.
suppose I better have one now.
Your noble and heroic sacrifice
Thank
is
you.
sure to go down, sort of in legend.
I assume we're approaching like we did before.
Yeah, so be approaching the docks, pretty much where you did before.
So, keep an eye out for the merfolk this time.
Yeah, don't swim in the water. That, as you learned, doesn't go well. So you can arrive back, sort of aboard Frank, to the docks, complete with Albert, Squirt, and Clapperclaw. Clapperclaw will say his goodbyes and endeavour to go off and pay his debts.
Wander on.
He does seem to do that a lot. Squirt, however, is looking decidedly dejected at Downfall. Thither was much prettier than hither.
Yes.
And Downfall is, at best, a swamp. For someone who likes action, adventure, and all things shiny, Downfall is... It's kind of like being promised a fantastic holiday and then ending up in, I don't know, Grimsby or Hull or something, and just being like...
Blackpool.
Yeah. At least Blackpool's got the sea. Like,
It's not what it used to be, though.
No.
It's,
like a Russian industrial city somewhere in Siberia. It's
Well, it's like some of these holidays that you can get in like Spain, where it's like, oh yeah, we didn't tell you that there are 17 other hotels being constructed around you, and the view that we showed you has now got a hotel in it. But, that's why the Sun was able to offer you a holiday for £5 a person. I assume we should make our way to the king. I mean, it would be rude of us not to announce our presence.
So you can return, and it is still King Illig the First. You do notice he does have a scar sort of down the side of his face. It's clearly at least one attempt has been made on his life, but he is still in power.
Impressive.
You sort of walk into the tent. He sort of greets you with a great croak, and he's like, welcome back."
We always knew he could do it.
Welcome, King. Welcome, King.
Yeah.
Same,
sushi.
yeah.
Have you forgotten Actan?
Hello.
Have you forgotten?
Igor. Marius.
Have you forgotten?
God, I'm playing with you.
Yeah, I'm sure you remember my friends, but just just tell us who they are. Just
Just making sure you passed.
What? Because we remembered our names.
Well, we almost lost them.
what our names?
I mean, you could have done, I guess. But I wonder what that would be worth here. But the Baron is sort of the king. Well, the Baron, the king is sort of saying, so, what brings you back to my fair city? And again, fair as the wind just sort of blows across it. It's like,
We've still got business with
Haggatha.
Baklava.
Haggatha.
No, that's the one that we just killed.
you killed Haggatha.
We just killed
Baklava.
Scabatha Christie. I mean, we just had a meeting with Scabatha Christie.
She's just having a very long nap.
I seem to remember that we'd had some sort of conversation with the king before, and it was very much a, if something were to happen to the Hag, they wouldn't exactly be
I am upset.
upset at the... Do they have more things that they need to escort to her, like some more taxidermy stuff?
Yeah, any deliveries you need?
We might as well,
Yes, if
help
you-
you out.
You do see the king sort of just looks very perplexed, but there's one bollywog at the back who looks very excited by this proposition. He's like, yes, yeah. And there is another crate of just assorted dead things to take. Again, the bollywog does not really want to go near the Hag.
Yeah.
Is it actual meat in there?
They're just dead bodies.
Perfect.
Albert?
Perfect.
The owlbear is
See
called
the owlbear
George, by
dive
the way.
in.
George.
Because you'll
George.
have them
George.
and bed them,
That's
Definitely.
precisely why he's called George.
and then
Rather
eventually
than
he'll blow
hugging
your
her,
face
call
off.
him George.
Yep. I like it. I like it a lot.
But yeah, you can probably sneak one of the dead things out and feed it to the owlbear. But you do notice that the range of things in this box includes both
Yeah.
sort of, rats to Harringtons to
Yeah.
basically whatever was small enough that
Ooh,
could
let's
be
give the
killed.
owlbear a taste for Harrington.
Uncle! I did like him anyway.
I mean, you're Harrington, so that's what, Uncle 17,012?
Yeah, my mother's cousin's cousin's
Yeah.
brother.
It's at the office where Dwight's like, I have 13 cousins. I mean, pretty small number for you.
Yeah.
But you can take the crate sort of back up to Pavlova's cottage. You still presumably have the pins that mark you as ambassadors of the Soggy Court that you were previously given, and you can
Turn the collar out.
Pavlova's cottage, and you find her sitting on sort of a giant floating lily pad in the pool where you fought the
Oh, we
acid
fixed it,
ball,
didn't we?
the
Yes.
ball that we fixed.
Yeah.
the gelatinous cylinder in this case.
Maybe we shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's sort of just floating around on the water as you walk in. She's like,
Amazon!
glad to sign for it.
Where would you like it?
She sort of points over to the there's the taxidermy
Taxidermy
room, sort of off, and she said, "Oh, just leave us in there, thank you."
She said thank you. Alright, she's not knowing.
I think she's lulling us into a false sense of security. We see the other adventuring group that she's been dealing with hanging up in the...
Drying out.
There is a lot of dead things in there. Of pretty much every description of thing you have seen in.
Maybe we should have done a plan before we came in.
Yeah, we've got a plan.
Yeah, but I just thought of something.
Just because you don't have a plan.
Maybe we should break the spell apart again.
Huh? I literally out loud saying, what?
Where would you like this? Where should we put this crate?
In the...
Yes, he points to a room just sort of off the side.
Carry the crate into the room like...
Did you hear what I did?
What?
Pablo goes, no dear.
I did though.
Ella pulls out a little hearing trumpet. It's like, what?
Just careful of that ooze that's coming out of the end of it.
Just kisses down, it's just dripping. And she's just watching you sort of very, again, squatting on the leaf, just sort of big bulbous eyes looking at the party. Sort of, is there anything else? As far as I'm concerned,
We took care of your sister.
That was the deal.
Yeah, it was indeed.
But yes. And then sort of one of the little sort of minions that looks like her sort of pops up, and then she sticks her tongue out and swallows it and then chews it. Again, it's a tiny miniature version of her.
Did we notice that one of those was when we were in? One of those when we were in.
No, you didn't. But as she swallows it, sort of a giant smile sort of crosses her mouth, and she's like, "So you have. Evidently, you aren't completely useless after all."
What did you say that?
And then she sort of starts muttering, "I must act quickly. I must take it before Enderlin does. Yes, that treacherous woman."
Take what?
Take what? You heard that?
I would assume Tither or whatever. Yeah.
Thither, if I have two of the realms, it'll be easy to. Yes. And she sort of looked up, sort of remembering you're still here, and she's like, "But now, what to do with you?"
How's your swimming pool?
Lovely, thank you.
Can't remember what
Sort
we
of-
did. Oh, there was an oozing thing, weren't there?
Yes.
It was a gelatinous cube.
It was a gelatinous cube that was stuck down the well, so it was a gelatinous cylinder.
There is the rest of the cube, the sort of the outer bit.
So
around
your plan is to now take over a second realm and hold more dominion power over your third sister.
Well, with the
Well,
power
your
of,
second sister.
Yeah.
with the power of two realms, I will surely be able to finally put her back in her place, and then I will be the sole ruler of the Prismere. Yes, I like this a lot.
Interesting.
Kind of say this very quietly to Actan next to me. Isn't that the opposite of what we want? Just,
And then she sort of turns around. Sort of, again, she's sort of been circling in the pool thinking, or rather the lily pad has been circling in the pool thinking. Yes,
Why did we come back here?
perhaps you can kill my other sister as well.
We probably could.
Yeah.
Or
Mm.
I leap into the water and swing at her with the axe.
Shall we roll initiative?
Well, it's a bit late now.
Just a second. So as you leap into the water, she is completely caught off guard.
Yeah.
Because she is far too busy sitting there thinking.
She probably thinks that she's way superior to
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She is like 10 steps ahead of everyone. She is crowning herself in
Can't
the
be
head
10
of
steps
Bruce.
ahead of an idiot.
I was going to say, if you don't know what your next step's going to be, they can't be 10 steps ahead of you.
You're 10 steps ahead of me, but I'm 20 steps behind, so you're 10 steps behind me.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure there's a...
Don't argue with the barbarian's maths. As you swing, the axe sort of connects, causing a deep cut in her skin. She shrieks and then jumps down. There's like the pipe in the centre of
The
the
well,
thing.
yeah.
The well. So you chase her down, presumably. And
Might as well.
You find yourself sort of in the various bridges. Can you remove the other thing as well? Sitting over the water under the hut. So
Jabber and Hut.
all of this stuff
Pizza Hut.
is wooden planks. Everything else is water.
Oh.
So,
I want him character.
Oh no.
and again, actual water is in. It's more than a couple of feet deep. So you will all be sort of together, roughly speaking, on one side.
So
And with that, we will be rolling initiative.
is it how you said a couple of feet deep?
No, it's not a couple of feet deep.
Okay.
As in, it looks like deep water.
It'll
okay.
be yeah.
So
it'll
I
be
would drown.
deep. It'll be
If
deep
you don't,
for me.
you couldn't walk on the
Yeah.
side. Yeah.
What are you talking about? All barbarians can walk on water. Because I'm just so angry.
I think he can, the wizard can, can't he?
Can I?
Or is that in a different?
That's the other campaign. I have.
He's as old as Jesus.
Does that? Took lessons with him.
I'm sure you can. Because when with the unicorns
Okay.
lake, you
6.
tried it and
I'm
saved
assuming
No, I
I
have
couldn't have
Misty
gone
Step.
into a rage. Or
So I
something
tried
like
to
that.
No, I
teleport
thought
over
you-
the
I
top.
thought
You would have lost the rage on the way down anyway, so I probably
Yeah,
not.
well, I didn't say that I went into a rage anyway.
Marius.
19.
Hello.
6.
You can go after Barbarian.
Yeah.
Actan.
17.
Oh, I don't know. What's your dexterity?
That was a good
14.
Yeah, you go before me.
Yeah.
Mine's a 13.
Oh. Yeah, put it at 14 to get that +2.
Yeah. Wizards normally have surprisingly high dex because of mage armor.
Yeah.
Quite spry for an old man.
So, Marius, you are up first. You chase the figure down. So you know that, as far as you can tell, Pavlova is somewhere, presumably in the water, and you are walking sort of across creaking wooden planks. Are any of you wearing heavy armor?
No.
Nope.
So you,
I am myself heavy, though.
yeah, that's fine. So you can all actually swim.
Yeah.
And swimming is what, half? Well,
Half
it'll be
your
half
speed.
speed, yeah.
Unless you've got a swim speed.
And then jumping, because that may be relevant, is half your strength with the 10. No, your strength with a 10-foot run up in feet, and then half that from a standing start. So if your total strength score is 10, from running start you can jump 10. From a standing feet you can jump 5.
Unless you're a hound.
Yes, Harringtons have the rabbit hop.
Also,
which is,
I think monks get a point
They
when they
do,
can
yeah.
leap
yeah.
stupid amounts.
Yeah.
However, none of you picked a monk.
No.
That is academic at this point.
I think barbarians can do it too. Eventually, once they get to a high enough level.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I am already at a walk speed of 40 feet.
Yeah, the question is, where is she?
Well, Maris,
In
you're
the
up
water
first.
somewhere.
So what would you
Oh,
like?
she went in the water.
We
She went
would
in-
assume.
Yeah. You did.
Seeing as she's not on the map.
I was going to say.
And the tube does go out sort of into the water.
Oh, man, this is going to be awkward.
I do have lightning bolt.
Oh,
She's in
electrify it, yeah. Clear!
I will do disadvantage on saving throws against lightning bolt if the creature's in the water because, as we all know, kids, water conducts electricity. Or to be more accurate, the particles in water conduct electricity because distilled water
I
doesn't.
mean,
but still.
are we talking, is it fresh water or salt water?
It's
swamp
dirty enough.
water.
Yeah.
I think we should all urinate in it, turn it on.
Yeah.
Just
I just sat there for 5 minutes on a constant stream.
That killer.
Yeah. Is it frogs that have... No, it's not frogs, there's slugs in it that don't like salt.
And demons, apparently.
Yeah. Be gone!
So, Primal Savagery. I'm wondering if I could cast it and hold it as a readied action to... Yeah. I mean, it's only a cantrip, so that's... so I shall... go 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah, it's just too good.
5. I shall go to there, and I shall hold Primal Savagery. So if she appears next to me, I shall cast it and swipe her.
I'll let you look for her as a bonus action. Should be a perception check.
Let's do that then. Oh, in that case, I won't do my hold action. I won't hold action just yet. I'll see if I can Oh, that's not a bad number. That is, I believe, 25.
You see.
No, it's 26.
You don't see her, but you see an enormous sort of figure under the water around there. So I see all the planks are floating on the water. This creature is under all of them.
Oh, it's
There is
like one of them.
something there.
Inflate of water pet things.
Actan. Assume that's it from.
Yeah, and then I will hold that
Mhm.
cantrip.
Okay.
I will point out to everyone that there is something big and nasty hanging under the water.
Oh, she blows.
Damn you.
That's so good. I really need to get into actually baking things instead of just buying them. Or back into it.
Looking at Elor,
I rolled a 9 on the stealth.
are you? Does it look like you're struggling on these planks?
I don't think so.
You know, if you needed any assistance being an older gentleman.
Holds his arm out for you.
I can't jump very far, but I should be okay for all that sort of stuff. Besides, I have what is it, Misty Step anyway to get around, so I can just teleport 30 feet.
I did have a plan, but that plan is not great.
Well, you were the ones that just walked in and swung an axe at her.
I didn't.
No,
He did.
You're a party, right? This camaraderie thing has to start sometime.
we were here for a reason, so
Yeah.
you know.
Why hold off?
Also, you haven't come up with a party name, so I think I've asked before, but come on, chat.
Surprise!
Yeah. Is that the name?
Yeah.
The 4 idiots.
I'm Igo, the 4th idiot tier.
Well, no, the 5 idiots, because there's only 4 of us.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, what about Frank?
He's not an idiot.
Yeah.
He's just got lumbered with us.
He's like,
That's a
he's
he's lumber.
He's our Charlie to us being angels.
I suppose actually, and I'm gonna look at Elor and I'm gonna go. Watch your hip. It's an uneven surface, my young companion.
That's the nicest you've ever been to me.
He has a heart attack.
As I give you a D6 inspiration.
Oh, thank you. What can that go on?
Well,
Attack rolls, saving throws.
and
And,
damage.
Oh, and damage.
And
for
his.
yeah.
That's the one.
Is it all damage for yours?
So it's any damage or any healing.
Ooh,
So
nice.
it's either or basically.
yeah.
It's called magical inspiration.
Trevor. Hey,
Alright.
hey.
So my action would be to hold a firebolt, I suppose, until she surfaces.
So until Bavlorva surfaces?
Yes.
Okay.
There was only one she in this room, right? Just double checking. Until Bavlova surfaces.
The weird frog one.
Yes.
Well, it's my turn.
Well, that's the thing. Pavlova or the weird frog one?
Yeah.
So, you watch as sort of the Marius made you aware that there was sort of a dark figure swirling in the water that appears to be rising, and as it breaks the surface, you realise that it isn't Pavlova. It is, in fact, I will let you. One of you can roll a nature or survival check with advantage to figure out what this thing is.
Oh, druid, our druid.
Yeah.
Well, what was the roll? Sorry,
Nature or
I'm
survival.
a +4 survival.
I got a +3 survival
Yeah.
and a +2 nature, so you're probably better, I suppose. You are looking that way as well.
On advantage.
So you get advantage.
Same result, 13.
Cool. You have no idea what this creature. In game, you have no idea what this creature is. It sort of has a very bulbous body, and a very long neck with a head on it. As humans, you recognise this as a plesiosaur or the Loch Ness monster.
She does have polymorph, doesn't she?
It's a magical Leopleurodon.
Make an Arcana check.
Oh, for God's sake. Can I add this to it?
Yes, you can.
If you want.
If you want to.
But you have to make
See
the
what
roll
happens.
and then decide.
Decide, yeah.
See what you roll first.
Yeah, see what I roll. And then... Yeah, that's a 4. I might use it just so that we.
I don't think it's worth using it.
Yeah.
On a 4, yeah.
Yeah, because that was.
At most, that'll make it a 10 on the die.
Plus whatever you've got.
So that's a 10 already. Because I get +6 to Arcana.
Oh.
So
You have to tell me if you're adding Bardic
Could be
Inspiration
a
or
16.
anything.
Yay.
Is that really good?
I personally don't think it's worth it.
yeah, I'm just going to save it. No, we don't need that.
I
So
would,
I roll.
I would save it in an oh shit moment.
Yeah, I know. Also, I have a plan as well, but.
I should have said an aggressive.
Yes.
That's what I should have said.
That's what I specifically asked. But as the... I'm going to use the the pirate because it's a pirate with a trident. What's not to like? As the unknown creature, I'm going to call it a plesiosaur to make it easier. So this, in fact, the stat block I found is specifically called Loch Ness Monster, which I thought was.
So it's going to ask us for 350.
It walks over. I need about 350.
Came to range.
Right.
Yep, it does come into range, so you do get to attack.
That's going to be a 24 to hit.
Ooh, that's going to hit.
Charlie.
And that is going to be...
The magical ear blurred on Charlie.
It's a plesiosaur, Charlie.
4 acid.
Charlie.
Charlie.
4 on 2d10.
No.
Ooh.
Oh.
So that was, you cast a spell for that effect on Leaf,
Yes.
so roll a d20.
I thought we'd left that behind.
It's called being in the Fae.
I thought that was
No.
the
It was just more prevalent there because of
19.
unicorns.
You're fine. So, again, it's sort of prevalent everywhere. This place is sort of the weakest, but the area you're in is the only real
I would
strong
imagine that's
place.
why she's set up base here.
Yeah.
Because it probably helps her. Yeah. It probably helps her in the long run.
And then, as it surfaces, it is going to make an attack against the druid. Something's evidence is going to
It's
hit.
making an attack against druids.
So
eh?
it is effectively going to reach out and bite, try and bite you.
Natural 20.
Oh boy.
Right. So, my next character...
So
I suspect that I might be looking at my next character.
that's 12 plus 20 plus 8, 40.
That'll be me down then.
Ooh.
Whoa.
From max health in one blow.
Someone have any potions?
The bard has healing.
And then you
You
watch
should. You're a
Use
pretty
that
shit
healing
bard
words.
if you don't.
cure
I do.
wounds or something.
I do, yes.
So
I only have 33 health.
It's
I
free
really
as to
worry about.
It's fine. Don't
Well, it
worry
was a
about
crit though. That's
it. No, it's
Yeah.
fine. Don't worry.
I mean,
about
I was about to say it's the 2d10 maxing automatically.
Yeah.
no, I don't think we were doing crits.
it. Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah. The other campaign, the other one, not the campaign.
I lose track.
I played too many campaigns.
So, but
Crunch
you,
crits is always more fun.
you then watch as it attacks the walkway,
Yep.
destroying those 2 branches.
Mhm.
And then it is going to move away, so that one is,
Attack of opportunity. Me.
as it disappears sort of back into the water.
Is it that's Resident Evil? Is that-
13.
Miss. As it sinks back into the darkness.
Can't
Hello.
Anything I can't
Campaign's
see.
going to end quite quickly.
Okay, so what spells do I have here to help with
It's
this?
fine. I
That
get
was, sorry.
These things happen. These things happen.
Detect magic, critical, mystic shatter. Ooh. Do I use the golden hourglass?
I don't know.
Could do that. Summons a wind elemental for 10 minutes. Would that help us fight the hag?
When it's not under the water, sure.
There's that. Or there is the evocation frog of darkness.
What kind of?
You win that frog.
Yeah.
There's water.
Yeah, just chuck it in the water, might do it. No.
But then it.
The water would be dark, not the surface, because it forms darkness around it as it dissolves.
Because I don't have anything that can really help our wizard all that much.
Oh, I've got it. No,
So,
I've got it.
might just focus on trying to do a bit of damage, really. So can I still see it over here?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Staying low. Staying low.
Yeah, I've done that training
That's
as
a
well.
6. No, so I do not know where the
That
thing
was
is.
Nelly the elephant back to Trump.
Well, he's got.
Just
Think
like
of,
it's
think
no
of
longer,
George.
It's no longer the Heimlich maneuver. It's the abdominal thrust because it was too hard to say whilst choking. Pretty sure most things are hard to pronounce when you're
The thing
choking.
is, that's also not my type of music. My type of music is.
Hardcore dubstep.
Good old electric rave.
So I'm trying to divide and conquer. You deal with Maris. I'm gonna move back round here and try and make.
You're
it
not my
come for
dad.
me. I'm gonna try and make it come for me instead.
Oh, that's brave.
Eat me!
Remember, I do have teleport. I can teleport. So this is what I'm banking on. 5, 10, 15, 20.
So you're going to be bait. Should I put you on a fishing
Oh, that was there. Yeah, I can't jump. That's way too far for me to jump.
As I live the feather and what I
What's your strength?
8
So yeah,
or
you
9.
You can jump 5 feet.
Yeah.
So you
What's
can
the
jump
calculation
over
again,
one
sorry?
square. What's your feet? What's your speed?
Speed is 30.
No, it's your strength. Sorry.
Strength is 8 as well.
So from a standing start, you can jump 5 feet. So you can jump from there to there.
Yeah.
From a running, you can jump 10 feet. So you have to run for 10 feet. Then you can.
So
jump
I have to.
10
I'm going to rely on my hop.
Kind
Yeah.
of.
So you could move forward to this way.
Yeah.
And so you go to this way, that's your 10 feet running start. Then you can leap across, which is another 10 feet.
15 across.
Right, so
5,
literally
10, 15.
strength 8 jump is you can jump into the next square.
Well, so you can jump over. So you can jump for
15.
effectively because he says only 5. He can
yeah.
jump over one square.
Yeah, so if he
10.
can jump 10, he can
5,
jump
10,
over 2
so-
squares.
Yeah, which means he'll end up in the
No,
third.
no, but so if he jumps
I was
there,
here.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I get this. That was
Yeah,
5,
sorry. I was-
10.
yeah, 15, 20, 25. So
And
you've got 5 more,
30.
yeah.
So I'll do 30 there. Won't have moved that far. I could just. I know that's a second level spell though. That's a bit of pain. No, I'm going to cast Protection from Evil and Good on myself.
What does that do again?
Protected against certain types of creatures, one thing I touch, so that'll be for me. But aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. I think it might help.
Make a nature check before you cast it.
Okay. 11.
Doesn't feel like any of those things.
Bam. Hag's son completely different. Okay, that's a waste.
You don't have to. That's something before you cast a spell.
Yeah, but
It's-
none of them would help. So.
Looks more like a big dumb animal than anything else.
Yeah.
Brother?
I'm just gonna hold a firebolt in that case. I can't see it. Oh.
So what does protection from good? What does that actually do again? Sorry.
Protection grants several benefits. Creature of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls. The target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them, and those effects also end. So-
Sorry. Yeah, I will. If you want, I would allow you to cast that because I forgot something.
Fair enough. So it will help me a bit then. From my.
Does he have to choose the specific one, or is it
No, no,
all
no.
of those?
That's just.
It's just
Yeah,
what it
yeah,
does.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to cast that on myself. That's my spell, and then bonus action. Yeah, the wizard. I don't really have.
Gonna sing. You are so beautiful to me.
So that's concentration on me, and I'm doing that now.
Okay.
Can't you see? Doogie doogie.
I go.
We have already determined that Kika and
Tookie
Tookie.
tookie don't
Don't
work.
Right, I'm going to go
We're a bit.
5, 10,
I thank you for getting
15,
that away.
20, 25, 30. 35, 40.
Jesus.
I'm going to enter a rage, and I'm going to scream. I'm going to enjoy ripping you up like your sister. Eat me!
He really likes his gun.
And then I'm going to hold an action
Hit it in the face.
it to come for the plesiosaur or anything I
Enemies.
determine an enemy
Enemy, yeah, could be anything, yeah.
to come within range of me, hoping to fall onto its back. Because I have just learned that I can hold my breath for 4 minutes. In fact, if I leave 5 of movement up, can I also use that extra 5 to step onto if it's, or fall onto, because I would assume it will be under.
At the expense of an athletics check.
Okay,
Sure.
that's fine, yeah. Just fall onto
This is when you need to get like hiking boots and just
Yeah.
drive them into its
Yeah,
back.
you stab it in the back.
And then, yeah, so I'm going to hold my action for it to attempt to come past me, and in my rage, I will take on, again, the form of the tail.
Cool. Back to the top of the round, Marius.
I put my
Go on,
tail
Marius.
back and forth.
16, that's one pass.
You are
Three.
fine.
Okay.
She didn't know she couldn't come inside.
It's okay.
Yeah, we need to set up my face.
Look at this.
It is on one of them.
Yes, I'm Peter's.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. See you later.
Anything else from you? Act out.
Make another roll.
So, 5.
Probably. Just for, continuity's sake.
So, as a I think it's a bonus action. As a bonus action, yeah.
Harrington leads.
Jump, boing.
Mm-hmm.
You land on his stomach. Heal!
CPR just bounces up and down on top of him.
It's 15 foot, so I would land here.
Yeah.
And then you just take,
Yeah,
But you are also smaller, yeah.
yeah.
It's going to be fine.
She's got a bit of a sore stomach.
You accidentally step
I know
on
you like
the
this.
owlbear cub.
Clear.
Oh, shocking grasp.
The owlbear cub appears to be fine.
Hey. Right, triage. You're fine. You're next.
What are you
So
actually
are you
doing?
healing, I assume?
Level 3 cubans.
Oh, level 3. Cool.
And roll a d20, please.
Yeah. Go first.
So this is where a fireball.
7.
You're fine.
Nothing.
12.
Nothing.
15.
15.
13. Oh, no, 16, sorry. One more.
About half health back.
And you just see a hairless Harrington over you going, "You alive?" So what was that? That was 5 foot there, then a leap.
I should have
5 foot
become
there,
a
so
baker
10.
like my mother told
Well,
me.
the bonus action hop is 20 feet. 20 feet and your movement, I'm pretty sure.
Just 15
It's
foot.
itself.
Yeah,
It's not inclusive of your movement.
Oh, it's not inclusive.
No.
It itself infers you 15 feet of movement.
And then all of the rest of the movement as well.
Okay.
Right. If you can combine a Harrington and a
20.
rogue,
Yeah.
you have a lot of
25.
movement.
Or a Harrington monk.
I'm just going to back up 5 feet then, because that's the rest. Cool.
It hit you hard last time. I'm just gonna step back.
That's it. I think movement bonus action. Done.
Okay. My turn. You watch as, in a sort of a very chilling rendition of what happened before sort of the plesiosaur breaks up the water. It's going to break those two sections, and then it's going to attack the barbarian, but I think the barbarian has an attack of opportunity.
First, I get my attack because I held an action.
Yep.
I'm going to recklessly attack.
Yeah, let me help you move that.
Oh, let me
Bonus
just help
action.
you with.
Can you recklessly attack as a bonus action?
Yeah, held action.
It's just a whole action.
You can just decide to
Okay.
recklessly attack, isn't it?
I think it's the first attack of the round.
It's all attacks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But you decide on your first attack.
Yeah. Fair enough. If you want to, I'm not going to stop you because I get advantage.
Yeah.
And
Reckless attack. When you make your first attack on your turn, you can decide to attack recklessly, giving you advantage on melee weapon attack rolls using strength.
so it's on all, but you have to decide on the first.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's an 18.
Yep.
Oh, that's going to be a bit boring. That is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Slowly putting damage on it.
Second attack.
Yep.
16.
Yep.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage. And then I'm assuming I can attempt to take my step onto its back.
You will after it attacks
Yeah.
you. So it gets advantage against you.
Yep.
Because you rolled at advantage.
Yep. Hits.
25, I think.
I have an AC of 14.
It is also piercing damage. You'll be pleased
I
to
have a
know.
higher AC than you do.
10. That is 14 points of
So
piercing damage.
7.
Yep.
My AC's
No,
14.
don't heal.
I've got the highest AC here.
Yep, and then you can make your athletics check.
That will be a 18.
Yep, you manage to jump onto. I imagine sort of the
Yeah,
neck.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
I
sort of
basically
clinging
just-
onto the neck.
I basically like wrap the tail around it to hold on, so I can just start.
Oh, yeah, you've got a tail. That works perfectly. Yeah, and the rest of you are just watching it. It's like, is this a good idea?
Yeah. So basically, I step on and then go.
I'm going to look at Igo and I'm like, where the bloody hell did that tail come from?
Oh, you have seen him do this.
It's
a
far
couple
more
of
impressive
times.
than your tail. Because
Yeah,
this
yeah.
one's like a Stegosaurus tail.
I
Is this
get,
fluffy?
I get picked up and used as a makeup brush.
Yeah.
It's part of your disguise.
Yeah.
To think the number of rabbits that are killed to make those weird balls on the top of hats every year.
I know it's going to finish its move now.
Yep, and then it is going to submerge back underwater somewhere.
That's annoying. That's almost as annoying as flying.
Hello.
Deal with it.
Can I still? So I need to look and see where it is first. I don't have any idea. But
It's a lot harder for it to hide now that it's got a
yeah,
Barbarian on its
you
back.
want it? Yeah.
Put your glasses on, yeah?
I think.
Yeah.
where they were.
He's been looking for them for years and they've been right here.
Yeah. So can I make a perception check to try and see them? The action.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's just a
straight,
free thing, you can do that.
straight roll.
Straight roll.
As in 11 plus 1.
You can't so much see
12.
the plesiosaur,
Mm-hmm.
but you can see the commotion the barbarian is making.
Yeah. I know vaguely where they are.
Just shoot
basically.
just south of the Barbarian.
Yeah.
I'm about to chum the water.
Mm-hmm. So in that case, can I attempt to hit then with a spell?
Yep.
Cool.
Then you do. This creature is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in that case, I'm going to cast a 3rd level chromatic orb with electricity damage type, and I'm going to use one of my divination die, which was a 20, natural 20.
Natural 20.
Yes.
Okay. So how do crunchy crits work? Because there's a little bit of confusion.
Yeah. So you max the damage on all 4 of the dice.
And then
That's-
roll for
And then you
then
roll
hit
them
full.
again. Well, so
Yeah.
you max the damage of all the dice that you would roll.
Yeah, and then
Add your bonus if there is one.
If there is
then
one.
you
There is one.
roll the dice again
Yeah.
and just the dice.
For a total of.
that is 5d8 plus 5d8. Yeah.
So 50
Yeah.
You could add 2d6
Oh, no, not
as
50.
well.
I think, yeah, I was going
D8
to
and
add
D10s.
No,
Well,
you
D8
can't add
ten.
2d6 because we're not
It's roll
doubling.
plus, isn't it?
Yeah, but we're maxing.
It's just max 1, so I
Yeah.
will still add it to it.
You can still add it.
Yeah.
So that's
What?
40.
So that's 4
Yeah,
Plus.
40 plus.
plus another 5 d8.
Oh.
Can I have a d8? I only have 4.
There you go.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
something look.
Alright, so there's that. Yeah, I've got enough now. Thank you. 40. Not bad. 6, 11, 17, 21. So 71 points of electric damage plus d6. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, 6, 10, 11.
21, so that's
Yeah.
61.
61. Alright. Sorry.
Yeah.
Why did I have 50 in my head? Not
I was
40?
going to say where did the extra 10 come
Yeah.
from?
I had 50 in my head. Someone said
Yeah.
50.
This is barbarian
That's a
maths
4.
again.
Yes, that is a 25, so 40 plus 25.
65.
65.
Jesus.
In one blow.
Yeah. This watch. Oh, and there's your d8 and your d6. Thank you. Well, this was my. Well, I got that divination down. I was at 20. We can do the same thing we did last time because you got a crit on that. I think last time.
That was great.
65 has to be the most damage.
Yeah.
I think anyone have.
Dealt in a
In a
single
round.
I
round.
think yeah.
I think I created
Players
on
and
You were like
2.
and-
you were
Enemies are
like
like-
61, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonder who's going to get attacked next.
And I'm gonna move forward another 5, 10, 15.
It's come
20,
closer to you.
25, 30. Just like
It
that.
has a lot of movement and it's in water.
Yeah.
It's.
It can reach me. It's fine. I mean, and I do have I have mage armor up, protection from evil and good, and then other things.
I go. You
Now
are
you're gonna say that-
underwater. I imagine you
Yeah.
can feel it
Oh, yeah.
writhing as
Yeah,
if
yeah, yeah.
it's.
I know exactly where it is.
I imagine sort of the hairs on the back of your neck sort of are standing up. It's like, thank God he hit.
I thought he's hairless.
I think they've got hairs in their ears or something.
Yeah,
They'll
something-
have
something
hair
there.
You're the
somewhere.
one who's hairless.
Oh, right.
It's the backs of his hands.
So I've got like perfect hair on my head, but then my body is perfectly smooth and secretes a sort of oil, so I'm just constantly oiled up.
Is the
It's
oil?
it's a condition.
Is the oil also the thing that makes you hairless? You could
Yeah.
sell it.
Why do we have to go look for the boggart then for the oil?
It has to be
Different
specific
kind of
oil.
oil.
Why don't you put sunflower oil in your car?
17 to hit.
Yep.
Much higher.
Yep. Again, it's not a high AC.
No,
more
because
kind
it's
of
large
just
creatures
big.
tend to have smaller
bulky.
ACs. So yeah.
I mean, it has a lot less hit points than it would like,
Especially
particularly at the moment. Yeah.
21.
21 points damage. It is not having a very good day.
Hey, it's not the only one.
Back to the top of the round. Marius, you are lying on sort of you're lying on the wooden walkway, sort of the shattered remains of the walkways are next to you. What are you doing?
So he could see it, hit it with a chromatic orb. Can I see it?
Make a perception check.
24.
Yes. Again, you can more see the barbarian, but
Like I said,
Yeah.
chum in the water.
actually, no, you probably still consider like the stereotypical outline of the things. Like,
Aim for the dark shadow under the barbarian.
I'm just wondering if Scorching Ray actually go through into the water, or will it be
It's magic, so I would assume so.
fine? Let's do,
I'm not the DM.
let's do a Scorching Ray.
It's just like magical fire isn't necessarily affected by water.
Yeah, so 3 attack rolls against it. That is a 20, a 12, and an 8.
one hit. 20, 12, and 8, one hit.
Yeah. Really not doing well with attack rolls. 8 fire damage, and I shall stand up and go 1, 2 to there. And I don't have a bonus action I'm going to use. So. Oh. No, so that, I'm doing. That's it.
Okay. Actan.
Alright, oops, press the wrong button. Gonna go here. I'm gonna try.
Roll a
And,
d20. Sorry.
I'm gonna try and see it after you send
10.
it.
You're fine.
I'm gonna try and see where it is.
Yep. Perception check.
9.
You fail. But it is still easier to see, but not.
Okay,
The
so
water is the water is not exactly.
so if I'm
there.
not sure where it is, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold a level 1 Bane until it surfaces,
Okay.
and then I'll cast
Yep, that's fine.
on the enemy.
You're gonna bane the barbarian by accident.
So I will use a spell slot for that. Because what happens?
Okay. Anything else from you?
Yes. What's the distance? It's a 30-foot range. So we're all in this way, so we don't need to
It's probably heading towards the mage, so stay within 30 foot of the mage.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Okay, as a bonus action then. So my action. Sorry, my action was to hold, but I'm going to do a bonus action before that. I'm going to.
You can do them in any order you want.
Yeah. I'm going to look at the Maris. I'm going to look at Maris. I'm going to go. Don't be so glum, chum. You need some help. I think the inspiration flows deep in your bones, deep in your blood. So, as an Actang gives you a inspiration. Right, there we go. That's it. I'm done now.
You can do it.
You can do it. Right, so bardic inspiration given to Marius, and I'm gonna I've held a bane as soon as it surfaces, and then I'll cast on it. Cool.
So,
Done.
one of you did a lot more damage to this thing than the rest of you. Can't imagine who.
I blame.
Hello.
I wonder who did
So
this.
it's almost a sort of like cartoon style. You watch as the.
As it surfaces, I just look at the mage and go, oh, hello!
Oh no, more like, hi.
You are, in fact, you are going to be much a
I do
decent jump
have
higher than the
40 rounds of combat worth of breath.
Yeah, yeah, you're not going to run out of breath anytime soon.
Charisma save.
Yes.
I think I might.
Fuck.
Oh, that would be fun.
15.
Oh.
Can you change yourself into that? Or
Oh, Druid.
yeah.
Wild shape.
Percy's. That's annoying.
But I don't use wild shape because
Yeah.
I tend to use the.
And you're the right
Spirit.
level to be able to do that as well.
Yeah,
Because
and
it's
it-
at
but-
4, I think you can change to swim speed creatures.
Oh yeah, it's swim is later and
Swim is
Swim is
4,
four,
and flying
flying-
is the latest.
yeah, flying is really late.
Yeah, but because I normally use it for the spirit,
Yeah,
but the
yeah,
spirit's
yeah.
not.
Oh, no, yeah.
The spirit's no use in this encounter, really. So
It swims into the water.
yeah, 'cause I can't get it to hold its action
Yeah.
to
So you watch as sort of the
Baby.
roll d20.
He passed.
You passed.
10.
You're fine. You watch as again. It is a huge creature. Sort of starts rising up out of the water, and it keeps going, and then the barbarian sort of comes out of the water. You exchange pleasantries, and I imagine you're
It's still going.
yeah. So the barbarian's sitting a good couple of feet above you at this point.
It's comedic value.
Yeah.
So,
It says, got tree fit.
no,
That's when you notice this Girl Scout was 50 foot tall.
no. That's when you watch that this Girl Scout is going to try and bite you in the face.
Not the
Does
money maker.
protection from evil and good work?
Yes, because it is an evil creature.
Yes.
Because while plesiosaurs are not evil,
the
hags
Hags are.
are, which is what I
Yes.
remembered halfway through. So how does that work?
So
Disadvantage, I believe?
disadvantage on attack rolls against the target, and I cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed.
I'm
So-
gonna say disadvantage probably isn't gonna hurt it that much. 23.
Jesus.
Even with a shield, I can't stop that. Yeah. All right. It's not a crit.
Nom.
18, 22 points of piercing damage.
Alright. Okay.
And then you watch as it destroys more of that.
That's fine.
You're
And
on your own island. Yeah, you get teleport.
That's fine.
It is going to take the bonus action of disengage.
Oh.
Because it has learned to be slightly wary of you now. And then it is going to sink back into the darkness somewhere. It's going sort of backwards down. Again,
Looking at you.
yeah, it's maintaining eye contact as sort of the head disappears in the water.
I'm still standing. Just.
It has 3 attacks a turn. It's largely using them to destroy the infrastructure.
Well, if it didn't, we'd be dead by now.
Yeah. Also, I figured this would be a way more fun fight. Elor.
Having just come face to face with mortality itself.
But I thought you were an immortal.
Not that immortal.
Trying to get rid of them because that's 15.
He's immortal, not invulnerable.
Yeah.
Yes. I can still be digested like anyone else.
That's the Thesiosaur's equivalent of, yeah, I can hurt you too.
Nah.
Right. So I can jump that 5 from a standing start.
Yes.
So I have 9 strength around. Right.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
move 5.
just-
Yeah. So I'm going to jump
Because
that.
Basically
That's-
all you can do.
Yeah. And then move a bit further. Again, can I still sort of vaguely see where it is? With a
Make
perception
a
check?
perception check.
That is a 15.
He's a magician.
Yeah, you can still see it.
Cool, yep. So I'm going to just try and... actually, do I have anything more here I need? I'm just going to cast a level 1 chromatic orbit again. A level with so that's 3d8. Electricity again. Is that, no, never mind. That's a 10.
No.
Bum. Oh, well, I tried.
As you fire sort of crackling bolt through the water, it goes straight through the shadow that you were looking at, and it's like, ha! Oh.
I can't use the future to see this one,
Yeah.
so I'm a bit screwed.
This is that whole light thing doesn't work through water.
For water, that's
Yeah.
it. You didn't.
It's
Fluffy.
actually 3 foot to the left.
Yeah, it just goes straight past Fluffy and straight past Igo, and Igo's just shaking his head, just like, no, idiots!
His eye got beat it.
It's going to come out of the water next time. It's just going to be.
Speaking of, is that it from you?
Yeah, that is.
Man of the hour.
Hardly. Ooh, that'll be a 13.
Missed.
And a much higher that has hit before. 13, no. A 12.
Takes it.
Yeah, that's me done.
Make an athletics check to stay on the back of the monster.
Ooh, 9.
Slip off. So you will be below water, somewhere around there. So you are, for all intents and purposes, 20 feet below water.
Yep.
Might need that spirit of yours.
Nah, I'm fine.
He's underwater though.
I'm going to Highlander it and just walk out from the bottom.
It is deep.
Yeah.
You'll have to swim.
I'm not wearing heavy armour, so
No,
swimming's not a problem.
You can swim, yeah. Did you back up to the top of the round, Marius?
Oh, I fell off. It's at the end of the round, so I can't do anything after that.
Oh, sorry, yeah, you still have your...
So I can swim 20 feet up.
Yeah.
So it's half move.
Yeah.
So 20 feet up. 30, 40. Climb up.
Yeah. You will be prone on... Because you're effectively climbing out of the water.
You're telling me you don't.
Yeah, Fluffy just
one
launches
arm.
himself. So perfect sort of standing start.
Like Dr.
Aquaman
Octavius does,
style.
and the tail just comes out and lifts me out of the water.
Anything else from you?
No, that's me done now.
Marius.
So I will go at 5, 10. Just as I dive into the water, you see me change shape
Oh, cool. Into what?
into. I don't know which one to go for.
Goldfish.
Well, I was thinking of going for a reef shark,
Oh, that's cool.
but might do crocodile instead.
Ooh, death roll.
While you were
It's the swamp water.
while you were on him, shark was worthwhile
Yeah,
because
yeah.
of pack tactics, but
Yeah.
now you're not. I'll change into a crocodile.
Crocodiles. But yeah, you are free to do that.
And I will be underwater as well. And I have a swim speed.
Yep. So as a crocodile, you're used to this water. So as long as you are on a crocodile, you can kind of just see it
Yeah.
perfectly fine.
You just hear the plesiosaur. Tick, tick,
So, my attack.
Well, you have met Peter Pan.
Mm.
Presumably, there is a giant alligator with a clock in it somewhere around here. I'm
And the captain's hand.
definitely not just playing up with the plot of the movie Hook.
Ah, it's a good
Great
film.
movie.
Robin
Williams.
Williams. Oh,
So,
you're doing it, Peter. I've lost my marbles. Great cast as well. Bob Hoskins as Shmee.
Oh, I think that's the best. Like Bob Hoskins as Smee is just
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Run home, Jack. Run home, Jack. Run.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that at some point.
Yeah.
Who plays Hook?
Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah, he does a really good job.
do I get its attack roll or my attack roll?
It's
Yeah,
attack
it's
roll.
attack roll.
You're basically
You
playing
take on the form of it, and you get
Yeah.
its
You
attacks
get
and its attack.
its character sheet apart from your mental stats, which
Yeah.
are intelligence, wisdom, and
Okay, well I tried to bite it, but that's not going to happen. I actually rolled a 1.
Not quite used
But
to
you
it.
also gain its HP as a bonus, which is nice.
Yes. So I don't actually manage to hit it to the.
Actan, you have just watched your druid sort of, I imagine, dive into the water and then
And just-
elegantly turn into a crocodile and belly flop. Before
He
submerging.
starts off with a perfect swan dive, and
Yeah.
then just turns to the crocodile and splash, sinks.
I'm just going from there straight.
He's only got a certain number of them.
Yes, yeah,
Ah.
you were impressed you could hold your breath for 15 minutes. For 4 minutes. I can hold mine for 15.
I'm trying to get to you, but
I'm
It
fine.
has been 24 seconds.
Not
Oh,
for
no.
me, it's not.
It's been 6
I'll tell you
seconds.
what. Let me see if I can see it.
Make a perception check.
Nope.
No.
That's an 11.
Again, you don't even have the barbarian helping you now.
Yeah.
So,
So
Not the crocodile.
I'm going to go.
yes.
Well, I ain't
Crocodile
doing nothing
mixed.
here. So I'm going to go 5, 10.
Crocodiles are stealthy in swamp water.
Bonus action, boing.
Yeah, barbarians wielding great axes are not.
They're not stealthy anywhere.
And particularly, I suppose the light from the axe probably helps, I imagine. Well, did until you fell off.
I was very tempted to pull the key out and just start stabbing her with.
I will stab you
Where
with
does
the
it fit? Where does it fit? Where's your keyhole?
Please buy a dinner, please.
Adam Sandler's character in Hot Chick. But where do you keep your weed? I don't have one of those. What's this good for? Well, you could put your weed in there.
Oh, this was a ceremonial flute used by the Hinge people. It was very nice. Put your weed in there.
I'm going to hold another action.
How baked would you get if you hotbox a tent like that? It's like sauna style and just put like an entire branch of weed on it.
a level 1 Bane when it comes up again. We'll try again.
See, the one's the guy who basically got one of those industrial fans and put basically a basket on the front of it and a massive, and he just, the whole room was just like, whoa.
Right. So I've moved here, bounced over here for his bonus action, and my action is going to hold a Bane.
What level of munchies do you
For
get?
when I see that. That's it. Done.
Mhm.
So when when it submerges, I'll Bane it again. Try
It's
it.
like levels of exhaustion.
Right, spike go. Finished.
I'm thinking what he wants to do.
Yeah.
We'll have some fun.
I think it goes this way.
Oh, it's going to. So you watch as it sort of
Attack of
emerges
opportunity.
between. You do get the attack opportunity.
That's better.
That will hit.
21 to hit. It is 1d10 plus 2. 1d10. 11. I think that's piercing.
Unless spoiler alert, damage type doesn't really matter.
Yeah, 11. Oh, and it's grappled.
Oh. I imagine it just sort of looks at the crocodile, just sort of like snapping at it, just goes to swim off, and the crocodile catches its fin, and it's like,
Damn it.
you what?
Target is restrained.
Is it in the is it
It hasn't
surfaced?
Hasn't moved. It hasn't. It went to
It
move.
went to move.
I bit it and it's not moved now.
Something else has drawn its
It's a
attention.
waste of a spell slot.
Oh,
It can still break the grapple and maybe move.
I just need it to be on the
I mean-
surface.
There's another way to break the grapple.
Kill it.
It's gonna bite you. Yeah. 26.
That's it.
what do you mean crocodiles don't have a high AC? They're
13.
practically bulletproof.
17 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
It's got good HP, that right?
Crocodile still up.
Is Crocodile still up?
It's gonna bite again.
30 something HP.
22.
Oh. Whoa. Oh yeah, low level.
Oh,
So-
crocs.
CR.
CR of a half.
22 to hit.
And to hit again.
13 points of piercing damage.
So now that's Crocodile is no longer up. So what was on the first one? 15, wasn't it?
15,
15, that was 13.
15, 13, so
Yeah,
28.
28.
Okay, so that the 6 carries
6
on
over,
over.
yeah.
And but I assume no longer grappled.
It's just final at his mouth.
Hi there.
Puh.
It can move away now if it likes.
It's going to. It is going to move away, and it is going to destroy the.
Surfaced, right?
Yes.
Nope.
Oh no, no.
It's going
Will
to
do
destroy.
Can I borrow your glasses?
Can you please make an athletics check as it descends back into the darkness? And it is going to attempt to hide. Athletics.
Yeah.
Terribly.
That's a 12.
And you're in the water. So
Oh boy.
you're
Do you mean athletics or acrobatics? Athletics is strength, acrobatics is dex.
acrobatics.
Oh, in that case it was what did I say? 12.
You said
Yeah.
12. It was 13 on the dice.
That's it, yeah. So then acrobatics is +2, so that's a 15.
Still half.
Okay.
You're busy watching the water, and you don't really notice the head sort of coming up underneath
Yeah.
to destroy. I imagine there's sort of a very short Roadrunner-esque looking around before you plunge into the cold, dark
Chumming
water.
the water in jaws. You
Yeah.
turn around to talk to the person behind you, and it just surfaces.
So you are swimming in the water. You do have a swim speed, which will
I
be
love that
half
film.
your movement speed.
Yeah.
Elor,
The eyes of a dog.
And I could just get out anyway. So,
you will be prone when
Yes,
you get out.
so that's another half to.
Another half to get up.
Yes, that would have been 10.
So it'll be 10 to get up, and then half of your
15,
movement.
so that's 25 to get out of the water
Yeah.
effect in total.
That's fine. So are they What did they hid, didn't they?
Well,
Can I-
they'd gone down, so yeah, you make a perception check.
Yeah, I'll make a perception check to try and see.
I can't get my velour robes wet.
No, that is a 7, so probably not.
Ugh.
God's sake.
Well,
See this thing
wait and
happen.
see what he says, because it might have been enough.
Hmm?
A
A
7 on
seven.
his perception check.
No.
Wanna
It
try?
might have been enough.
In an open field, maybe.
And then
A deep sea creature hiding in the water.
Ah, he's in a
Was that-
swamp, not a deep sea.
True.
So that's Misty Step is.
She
30
made the
feet.
mistake, she changed
Nine,
into a
10.
deep sea monster. Belly's on the bottom.
Yeah.
Camera. Ah.
Just the flippers above water, just unable.
Ended up in a shallow part of the.
No.
Breaks her
Go
neck as
that
she
way
dives
instead,
into
so
the
it's still
water.
the same. I'm going to go to there instead of there.
Mhm.
Backwards instead. So that is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So bonus action, Misty Step. To ping back to about there. So that is. So that's all my movement now, basically. And then I'm going to hold a firebolt for if I'm able to see it and shoot at it again. That's my action.
Roll a d20 for the Misty Step.
15.
You're fine.
I was like, roll high for that.
I go. You are sort of clinging on to the wooden walkway.
Stand up. 5, 10, 15, 20. Bonus, secondary action move. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That'll be my turn.
Or concentration.
Yes, roll concentration saving throw.
Oh, it didn't take any
Didn't
Didn't
take
damage.
take
any
damage, no.
Well,
But yeah.
You could always make him roll a straight concentration roll. Might, because you add the damage to the.
Mm.
That's okay.
But-
it's just getting wet. I mean,
It's not bath time!
he's actually a witch and he's just dissolving in the water. He's just-
I'm so
Fizzling
quick
up.
to get out.
Like a bath bomb.
All of my ink, the ink's all running off my hands. No.
Your spell book is fine. 'Cause,
Why not?
Oh,
magically.
It's laminated.
Yeah. Marius.
Thank you very much.
Right. We're now
I
entering sort
suppose we'll
of
offer
30
the,
seconds worth of 30 seconds.
I shall swim to the surface. Summon my wildfire spirit.
What's your movement speed?
30.
You can't quite get to the surface. You can get to about 5 feet below the surface, or you can, and then you'll have to dash to get to the surface. Because you don't have a swimming speed now.
Alright.
As a crocodile, he did. As a rather surprised fire genasi, he does not.
Well, we can tell where he is, because it's sort of bubbling
You're
about.
presuming I'm surprised.
Yeah, I imagine you're very visible under the water. There's like a glowing thing with bubbles all around. You're free to attack the druid.
I might just do that.
I shall
switch sides halfway.
I shall swim up. I shall summon my wildfire spirit and get it to teleport and take me to dry land. Well, I say dry land.
Okay.
Dryish land.
The druid
I imagine
appears
you're
and just
sort of
whoosh.
just steaming now. As you're just sort of standing on.
The clothes are miraculously dry.
Yeah.
That will be it for me.
A hot
So I've
shower
done-
in a cold bathroom.
I don't have used my bonus actions, but I don't really know there's much else I can do.
Wild shape.
When he was going to do that, he could have
because
just
my
done that in
second
the water.
I only get 2 uses, and my second use was to summon the spirit. So I'm now out of wild shape.
Actan.
I'm gonna look there and I see the wizard disappear. I was like, so turn around there. I go, so this is disconnected, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So can I get on my knees and paddle and move this way?
Oh, that's broken as well there.
It might,
Anything with an X that isn't there.
it might be that
What
that
this one?
particular
That's
one is
still
on
there.
stilts.
Oh.
So I would imagine that each one has a.
So
still
it's not
holding
actually
it up.
floating.
Yeah,
on
it's
something.
above the
some
water.
are floating, some are not. But don't forget, you are light enough that if it was a floating piece, you would be fine anyway. And the water is calm apart
Well,
from.
I was trying to use it as a boat.
As an action, yeah, you could move around
To
on.
try and get back to here.
Okay. So as an action, then.
Yeah.
we'll
How far can I get?
Are we half movement speed?
So 5, 10, 15. I'm gonna
That's 30 to there.
I'm gonna reconnect it here.
Hang on, where's my dice bag then?
We're done with it.
And for future reference, this is why I keep coins in my dice bag.
Ah. Look at that,
You
so-
now have it's a Beatrix box of 50p.
Nice. So
Fact.
yeah.
Is it better to shut up Holmes?
Yeah.
Because he's better.
No,
Would that so that would consume my movement?
That was your movement and action.
no, it'll consume the wizard's movement.
Sure. He teleported away.
You just see him sort of draining.
Okay, that's me then.
Okay. Ooh,
I've not got much bones left.
my turn. What do I want to do?
I'd say you want to surrender.
Yep.
Who's been annoying me?
I think at some point we've all annoyed.
I haven't. I've done nothing.
Oh, you hopped around a lot.
Yeah, I got you up.
Yeah.
I'm a supporting character.
You can do it, guys. Stay over here.
You're in the background of every photo.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. She will surface eventually. Oh, fail.
You are a valued and respected member of this team.
I'm just not quick enough.
You are a valued member as the intern of this team.
I was just thinking of private in the
All right, I'll
Penguins.
get you coffee. All right. Lattes.
But
Macchiatos.
you've got to be Kowalski.
It is going to
No, no,
surface,
Rico. He'll be,
and
you'll be
it's going
Kowalski.
to attack
No!
the.
I'm never hearing Rico,
The floating
I'm thinking
thing
of
that's
the
moving
Schwarzenegger
around.
of
I
Dread.
don't do well at delay.
Was there any held actions for
On Mom's
accepting?
song.
Oh, I had a firebolt.
Yeah. Please kill it.
Don't know how it kills. Oh, that was a 24.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
Because I would have joked with the druid that I didn't take any damage.
I think you.
9 fire damage.
90. 90. You said 90.
Oh look, it miraculously got an extra 100 hit points.
Damn it.
I mean, things only guide. I've changed the damage roll
Oh,
slightly
yeah.
and
Yeah.
a few other things.
That's
It's a
what
fluid
DMs do
number,
best.
it's when it seems reasonable for it to...
Right.
It's going after the breakfast.
I'm too gamey.
You won't know that until it tries to bite
You're
you.
too gay, me.
That's a 2 for a 13 to hit.
Oh, that I think that still hits though. Yes, it does.
Basically,
Anything
that's a
but
natural
one.
1.
Your AC's a 13.
Yep.
Fair enough.
So I say I've got the highest AC. Mine's only 17.
Right. I have a reaction though.
Only if I end my turn.
What's your dex?
My dex. Sorry. Dex is 14 plus 2.
And then you're wearing leather, I assume.
Ah, always wearing leather. I am wearing leather. You are correct.
Because bards don't really get much armor at all. That will be 16 points of piercing damage.
Ah, damn it! My reaction doesn't do anything. It's absorb doesn't attack. And what was it? Sorry, 16.
16.
I'll take it.
I mean, physical is an element.
Ow.
Oh, but what it is going to do,
No.
it
No,
is
not.
going to grapple you.
No. No.
There's a Pugsy with its flippers.
Grapple this guy.
And then destroying
I'm too beautiful to die.
more infrastructure on its way out. It takes you and the raft you are on
Oh,
below the surface.
Well, how do I find out how much I can breathe?
It is your constitution score, or your constitution bonus,
+2.
by X minutes.
It's 2 minutes.
Plus, so 1 plus your Constitution score.
Oh,
Minutes.
yeah, 3 minutes.
Okay.
So, short answer.
With a minimum of 30 seconds.
You're fine, given the entire combat has been lasting 30 seconds. So, unless you die underwater,
I suppose -1
Yeah.
was that naturally 1.
Yeah.
was 30 seconds.
So a -2 would put you on 0, so you'd be at 30 seconds.
Can you have a -2?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose if you roll
So-
for stats, you can.
6.
your stats below,
it's a
yeah.
6 or
Yeah.
Or if you had something, reduce it.
That's pretty true.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I quite like the idea of not being able to hold your breath at all and then being pushed into water and just instantly dying.
Well, it's not like
Like
it, so
GTA style.
it used to be in the old one because it wasn't your Constitution bonus; it was your Constitution score times X amount minutes, and it's like so. I
That's
can
ridiculous.
hold my breath for 25 minutes. You say?
You're making this river crossing a lot
Yeah.
less tense than you think. I walk underwater with a rope, pull it tight, and then send people over the rope.
Be Jack Sparrow all over again with the boat.
Hello. You have just watched your Harrington friend be taken into the depths. You're probably feeling a little bit left out as you're the only one that hasn't gotten, well, really into the water.
He went in.
I did.
I suppose,
It was enough.
I suppose I'm not
Still
furry,
dripping.
so I'm not going to get wet.
Actually, that is true. You are not.
I'm not furry.
I'm just going to dry quickly.
I come and hug you.
Right, can I do a perception check, try and see it again?
Mhm.
Hug your flame spirit.
13.
Yeah, you can see it.
Oh, thank God for that. Right. And now, I can't lightning bolt, because you will die
Yes.
as well. which
You
is
will hit the Harrington
Yeah,
if
I
you
would
like
hit
it.
You see a perfectly
And
tanned
as I
ass.
said, you will have disadvantage on the saving throw as well.
I mean,
Yes.
sometimes there are times when need of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
I don't think it would kill it.
Just
though,
don't
still,
listen-
that's
don't
the
listen to
thing,
him.
but- yeah.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Save them, save them.
Now, if he didn't have them with him, I could have done
Yeah.
quite an interesting little.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Human shields!
Harrington Shield.
I didn't wake up this
Right.
morning and go,
So,
I'm going to go ride a dinosaur.
I can't see. So how far under the water are they?
You don't know.
Oh, I thought I could see them.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Well,
You see
Yeah.
a shadow.
20, 30 feet?
20.
Again,
30. Right.
judging depths underwater is
difficult.
difficult.
Yeah.
It's not like a video game where you can see the icon. It's like, creature is 35
Yeah.
feet away. It's more just like,
You
There's
look
a
in its
shape.
direction and you get an outline.
Yeah.
So
Is that what
5,
happens, Mark?
10. So. Would a firebolt be able to reach him that far under the water then?
Well, how far is the range on a fireball?
Well, 120 feet.
Oh.
So
Yes.
yeah. Okay.
Pew pew pew.
So I'm going to cast another firebolt at it.
Interesting. Arrows wouldn't, but magic weapons do.
So
It's just like you watching all these movies when they have the bullets flying past the people, and it's just like, no, they go.
Well, it depends. Ironically, the bigger the caliber,
Yeah.
because they explode on the surface, it's smaller caliber stuff that can, but it loses momentum so quickly.
Like,
Oh yeah,
that's 10.
hyper velocity rounds will just shatter on impact.
yeah.
like hitting concrete, really, isn't it?
So that missed, and then
That's like falling into water from a great
I'm going to hold my bonus action, because if it rises, if it sticks with him first of all, then I don't mind. But I'm going to hold my bonus action to Misty Step away if it comes up and tries to attack me. But
You will use the spell slot whether you cast the spell or not.
That's how that
Yes.
is. That's why I'm
That's
down
why
spell
you generally
slots and I've
don't
done nothing.
hold
hold
the
the
spell.
spell. Yeah.
Unless it's a cantrip. 'Cause it doesn't
Yeah.
Or
matter.
you
Yeah.
specifically know that it's going to.
Yeah, pop off. Yeah, I don't know.
Well-
Doesn't always work.
No,
In that case, I'll be fine. I'll move back
I lost
No.
2 banes because of it.
5, 10. That's 20 foot of movement. And
Maybe you should have cared about the creature before you put on the mask.
His fault.
yeah, that'll be me done.
I go.
I'm going to.
Why do I have the AO advert in my head?
Let's
go. Let's go.
I go.
Let's go.
Standing jump to there.
So if it is underwater.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dive in. Do I get extra because it's just going down?
Yeah.
Is it not
It would
half
still
move?
be half
Still half move.
movement.
Okay. So I, after moving to there, still have 30 feet of movement.
You should have done a cannonball.
You can see it sort of just below you, but you can't quite get to it.
Okay. I'll scream at it. Pointing at it. Axe in hand. And then I will hold an action for it to move within range of me so that I can hit it.
It's your loincloth flapping
Yeah.
in the water.
Closest thing he's gotten to a bath since ever.
I was walking through puddles in this here realm ever since we got here. My bottom half is spotlessly clean.
Your armpits, on the other hand.
Turns out I'm not green.
He's actually a Goliath.
Yeah, that's me done.
Okay. Back to the top of the round. Marius.
Can I see it?
Make a perception check.
9.
No.
Bugger.
The Harrington farts.
Little raisins.
Does rabbit droppings float?
I imagine so.
Yes. I would have, well, yeah. There's probably not a lot of. Yeah. Shall we conduct the experiment?
Yes.
This is D&D Mythbusters. You get halfway through the first episode, okay, we need a dragon. Ah.
You could breathe fire, right?
What, in real life? Or
If only you weren't attached to this bloody thing at the moment.
attached in his mouth, you know.
Forcibly
Just
abducted.
something like burning hands would get him as well because he's.
Yes.
I am quite dexterous.
I believe it's called the Greater Good.
I don't know if I have the monk ability. No, I don't. It's a different character.
Uncanny dodge.
Yeah, so you got the rogue evasion, and the monk has an evasion of that as well.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a
So
dex
you would,
thing.
instead of if you save, you take no damage.
Yeah,
And if you don't save, you still take half damage.
I have lucky footwork. That's what I'm trying to work
Yeah.
out.
And a D4.
Add a D4, yeah.
What would fairy fire do if it was underwater?
That's the one that marks it up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that
it's
would
still,
work.
yeah. Again, it's that whole, it's magical, so it yeah.
At least if it's you see,
I'll allow you to make the plesiosaur all glowing.
Okay.
So we can see
So
it
I'm
better.
going to hold action. When it surfaces, I'm going to cast fairy fire on it.
Okay.
And I shall. Can I order my spirits to attack it with a flame if it appears?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I'll order that, and that will go.
It's a very weird combat when the only
Yeah.
thing is not in combat for most of
Yes.
it.
Yeah. So
Oh,
that will be hovering up here somewhere. So as soon as it appears, it's going to shoot flames.
It's going to be the scene out of Jurassic World.
That's like the glowworm in it. Glowfly. And mouth illuminates.
Actan.
You can attempt to escape the grapple.
You can.
I'm going to try something.
Play dead. Blood, blood, blood.
How would Ray of Frost work here?
I don't know. How would Ray of Frost work?
Magical frost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A frigid beam of blue
Yeah.
light. So
It's the whole sort of thing. I think the magical overbears natural in most cases.
Pretty much, yeah.
but it is
So
a
like
ranged
it
attack.
would well yeah.
It'll be a disadvantage because you're in base combat with it.
But I could see even fucking chill touches range as well. It's just touching a name. Okay, I'm going to try and break out of these grapples.
Do you not have shocking grasp?
No, I thought I did, but I don't.
Strength or dex save? I'll let you pick. I think I know which one you're going for.
Save or skill?
That's
That's the same.
Skill, so yeah, not safe.
Is it acrobatics?
Can't.
12.
So 12 plus.
What can I tell
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Well, the first one wouldn't have been.
Well,
The
no,
dirty
it was cocked.
It
so-
was indeed cocked. So the Barbarian watches as the Harrington is just sort of able to wiggle its way out of the
Torpedo out.
jaws. So you are now face to face, quite literally, with the creature.
Although at least you're no longer. in
You are
its
no
mouth.
longer. Yeah.
You suddenly scream at it. Harringtons are friends, not,
Not
food.
food.
Right, so that was an action to get out of that, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You still have your move and bonus save.
Okay,
I know. Jump back in its mouth.
Yeah.
See, what you need to do is instead of trying to break the grapple, you should be able to roll on strength to force yourself further down its gullet. Away
Choking.
from the sharp teeth.
Oh, and I get one of those immovable rods and just open it in its mouth.
Yeah.
Right. So I was a little bit worried about running away and get a attack opportunity, but I have something called a Mantle of Inspiration that doesn't stop that. So, who could I see within 60 feet of me? Can I see him?
Essentially, just the.
Just him. So I'm going to suspend. I'm going to use my last bardic inspiration die to do Mantle of Inspiration as a bonus action. So I'm going to gain 5 temporary. You're going to gain 5 temporary. And the good thing is it's sight, not sound, so you haven't got to hear me.
I was going to wait for you to try and cast like vicious mockery or something and just be like.
And then each creature could use your reaction to move up to its speed
Mm-hmm.
without provoking an attack of opportunity. So if you want to get closer to it, you can
So I can use my
Reaction.
reaction. Yeah.
to get closer to it. So I'm going to use my reaction
To move away.
to move away without causing an attack of opportunity. So 15 foot up, I suppose. This is as far as I can go. Okay.
It'll be just below the surface,
Yeah.
sort of at that point.
I still have
I
movement.
can take my reaction now, again.
Yeah.
I'm going to react and basically move up to.
So we
You're
trade
doing
basically.
the complete opposite of what that's meant for.
Yeah. And I'm obviously going to use my normal move. So what is it? 10 foot to break surface?
Yeah.
And is that one broken?
No, that's intact.
Impact.
So can I climb up into here? So
Yep,
what-
that'll be another 10.
Prone.
So that's 20, and then 5 foot to stand up, it's half movement, isn't it?
Well,
it's half
half
of
of your
your
full
total.
movement, not.
Yeah, not half your
So
current
15 to
So-
stand
I
up.
tried.
Effectively, you would. I was say you're
Like crawl.
not quite bedraggled, but
Yeah,
you sort of
half
just.
speed.
You're not
2.5 foot.
You're not used to wearing clothes as much, and particularly not when you're
Yeah.
swimming.
Or
You sort of-
naked.
Not naked, yeah. I've got no hair or nothing. I'm,
You climb out the water and you're sort of panting on the
I look
way.
like a drowned mole rat.
Anything else from
That's it. I'm away from it. I'm out of the water. That's it.
you? You are faced. This it's my turn.
Okay,
you
yeah.
are face to face with this. It's going after you. You keep chasing it. Everything else is running
That's
away
fine.
from it. You keep chasing it down.
It's the first time I've used all my bonus action stuff. I've got, actually, I've got
Really?
one more hop left.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Yep.
It's not a crit, but that's a 30 to
I've
hit.
got plenty of spell slots left.
Yeah, ain't missing.
Crit?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I was going to say.
11, 15 piercing, so it'll be half to 7.
It's
You're not raging?
No.
Oh, sweet.
Because I've had to move the last 3 turns to get to it.
Oh, yeah. Second attack. Yeah,
Mhm.
30 something. Not 20 something. 16. That is 20 points of piercing damage. And
How
then
much,
third
health, how
attack.
much health you on now?
I am currently on 28.
It's not going to kill you because I didn't crit. You'll be lucky to know. 11. That's 15 points of piercing damage. It is going as a bonus action to disengage because it can. It is going to go. Leave you there. You see it sort of heading off in the direction of your other companions.
So hard to get to it.
Elor.
It obviously learned from the fight tapes that it watched of its sister's fight.
Yeah.
Well, in general, stuff that chases you is always stuff to avoid, and yeah.
This is
Right.
difficult combat.
Can I try and see it?
Make a perception check.
Oh, that's a 16.
Yep, you can see it.
Yes. And
So
no
it's
one else.
actually relatively close to the water. You sort of you lose track of it, and then you turn around, and you
Just like-
it sort of is in the it's only like
Oh.
10 feet under the
I'm
water
guessing-
over here.
Would it be close enough for me to spot to do the fairy fire, or was it just the... No, that's from me.
Yeah, but you didn't have an attack. Would you?
Yeah, yes.
Oh,
but-
that is if it's surface.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do the fairy fire.
Right, can I make a dex save then, please?
15.
Just.
It's on fire, this boss, isn't it? Oh no, not literally. But
Right. So,
Just because that would give everyone advantage on their attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been trying to bane it since day one, you know.
Did you say bane or bang?
Bane.
Been trying to bang it since day one.
It's doing both at the same time.
Bang and the hag is
It's gone. Yeah, yeah.
One of
Right.
the greatest lies of all
So-
commercials. His name is not Barry Scott.
it is alone.
It is.
No one else is around it.
Lightning bolt.
Yeah, I'm going to lightning bolt, and I'm going to use my second divination die, which was a 3, to put to your saving throw.
Yeah. Solid damage.
So that is 8d6. So I'm to roll these twice.
Jesus.
I'm basically trying to maximise the damage I do, because it's about all
They
I
are.
do. So.
Very
Boorish.
There's one in
So that
there's one
is-
left in some bits.
Well, whoever
5,
kills it
10,
can have the last
15.
one.
That'll be him.
15, 20, 26, 27.
So, as you turn and cast the lightning bolt sort of under the surface at the creature,
Zap.
the plesiosaur turns into a very pissed off looking battle.
She was just transformed.
She was.
Da, da, da.
She's a druid.
Now we have to do it all over
Well,
again.
no, probably polymorph
She-
or something like that.
Yeah.
It was polymorph. You don't have. She looked pretty hurt
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, even so.
Actually, probably
Oh.
go. I can't swim.
Wait a minute. I'm a frog.
Ah, she's a witch.
So there's that.
I'm melting.
And,
I think the best one is you ever watch Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah.
With the main.
She's melting.
how big is your fire spirit?
I love the end scene of that with all the coyotes
It's small.
dying to laugh.
Small, so within 5 feet.
Stop
Because I can make a mind
laughing.
illusion of it behind her to try and make her come this way.
Hiya, Eddie.
Should we just get a big ruler and
Actually,
roll
that was
over
not action. That's not.
it?
that was my
Cartoon
main
style,
action.
proper.
Can't do that.
I don't love
We
Who
don't
Framed
have
Roger
anything
Rabbit.
else that's a bonus action.
I really hope he hits her with specifically her with lightning bolt and then says the line from X-Men.
I haven't seen the X-Men.
So
It's not something.
they're
Who are you?
fighting at the top of the Empire. Of the Statue of
Yeah,
Liberty.
yeah, yeah.
Small.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Can't do it anyway, but.
and the X-Men known as Toad is
Yeah.
sort of has his tongue lashed onto a railing and is sort of flying
He's being
away.
blown
in the
away
air.
by storm.
And then she looks at him and says, "What happens when a toad gets struck by lightning? The same thing as everything else," and then strikes him with lightning.
It's a bit of a shame with that character because Storm is probably one of the most powerful X-Men, yet they
5, 10.
don't really show it off. It's the same with like Rogue was a little bit
Yeah.
boring
Well, even
because
Cyclops.
yeah.
Cyclops was never that powerful. He was more just the goody two shoes that led
Yeah.
the X-Men.
Yeah.
Like Storm was awesome. Rogue did some Rogue could steal the powers and they would absorb things.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
I did like the Scott Summers thing that they did with him and his brother getting turned into the Mega Mutants by Magneto and then them blowing up an asteroid with their eyes and hands. There's some good ones.
I quite like this entire family basically had the same power, and Scott got the worst one because he has to wear sunglasses all the time. Like his brother's got it in his chest, and it's like, yeah, I'm just a perfectly normal bloke.
I wondered who that was. I didn't think that was his brother.
Yeah.
Havoc.
Where he just...
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't watched X-Men in ages.
It's just like Sabretooth is
Wolverine's
Wolverine's half brother.
Oh, and
That came much later though.
Yeah.
I remember watching
Juggernaut and
Xavier,
Xavier
yeah.
are brothers.
And Juggernaut's not a
Step
mutant.
brothers.
Juggernaut's
Yeah.
not a mutant. He had his powers unlocked by magic
Because there's that one
because of
comic
his
where
jealousy.
Yeah.
Juggernaut and Professor X meet each other.
Yeah.
And Juggernaut's like to Professor X, why didn't you stop him with your mind powers? And Professor X like, why didn't you stop him with your physical strength? And it's
Yeah.
like, sorry, you had a normal dad, and you were two of the most powerful mutants, and yet you got your ass kicked by your normal dad. Something doesn't quite add up. Anyway,
Dad's no best.
That's me done.
that was you done. I go. You can start swimming back
will
over.
Swim out of the water to. I'll swim up to the top. Then I'll burn. Second action move up onto the platform and stand up next to. Yeah. Look down at you like, what are you doing down there? Flipping around like a kipper.
Like a fish.
Okay, anything else?
That is me done.
Back to the top of the round. I go. Not I go,
Oh,
Marius.
okay!
Here I go again!
I'm guessing I can see her, yes?
Yeah, no, she's pretty much sort of at the surface now.
Fine.
Throw me a life preserver.
Scorching ray at
Help.
third level.
Yep.
Help.
Roll to hit. So roll a d20
Oh, yeah.
for your.
14.
You're fine.
Alright, 4 attacks. The lowest is 17.
Yeah, all hit.
So
Ooh,
4
Jesus.
hits.
D20.
And they are 15. So
So
they all hit. So
So love, that was
Unicorn
all
Lake was a little bit busted, I think.
So don't forget the.
Do you need more d6s?
Yeah, if you want one.
There's one there you can add to it.
I need one more. I normally haven't got. Oh, I have got that. I put some away. I thought, oh, I need all these. There we go.
I'm sorry, but that's one thing that's just not as satisfying with D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
yeah,
Look
buckets
at
of
that.
dice. Buckets of dice.
So
You could have
10,
Yeah.
15, 19, 20, 26 fire damage.
Takes it.
I could have that as well.
Yeah,
actually,
yeah,
couldn't I?
yeah.
26. 27.
She takes it and she's all like, oh, whatever, yeah, it's nothing.
He's putting up a brave front, definitely.
She's fallen over.
So I shall move to there, and I shall bonus action command my spirit to go. How far? She's within range. It's going to do its flame seeder, so,
Mm-hmm.
which is a +7, 12 to hit.
Hit, miss.
Okay, so that's not going to be anything off that one then. So that will be hit.
Actan.
Right, looking, and she's all the way over there. I'm like, I'm going to get. So you see me turn a shade of red. 'Cause I'm a little bit angry. You don't normally see that because I'm normally hairy. So I'm going to cast a level 3
Is he blushing?
chromatic orb. I'm angry. Lightning.
Yeah.
Level 3 chromatic orb lightning, and I'm going to use my what's it called? Tides of Chaos to make it advantage.
Advantage.
You will automatically
Let
be
me
rolling
roll
on the
table,
Feywild,
yep.
so
16 or 18. So
They
yeah.
all, yeah, that will hit.
What was it? 5d8. Wasn't it? Could I borrow 2d8?
Yeah, sure.
Actually, I don't know why I asked that. But
I was about to say, do you not have enough dice?
I have more than enough dice.
There's one.
But sharing is caring.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. 10.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 1. 11. 12. 18. 18 lightning damage, I think. Critical. Yep, 18 lightning damage.
Thank you.
I need a D100, right?
Yep.
But I get my tides back because he forces me to do it all the time. 13.
You cast confusion centered on yourself. So, let's figure out
Oh,
what
sorry,
confusion
yeah,
is.
you!
Oh no.
Whoops!
Yeah, we'll hit the two of you. So,
I'm already confused.
the spell assaults and twists creatures' minds, spawning delusions. Lucky it's not. It didn't hit Elo. Spawning delusions and provoking uncontrolled action. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere. Blah, blah, blah. So you two must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw. And what is your DC?
My spell DC is 14.
That'll be a DC 14 Wisdom save.
So my wisdom is +0. Excellent.
Fail.
2.
You both fail. So an affected
I
creature
rolled a
can't take reactions and must roll a d10 at the start of each of its turns to determine its behaviour for that turn.
How long's that last?
A minute.
Can they save at all, or is that just it for the minute?
Does
The
seem
D10
to be it
determines,
for the
I think.
minute.
I think if you roll a 10 on that,
Well, because I think on the 10 you've got actions that allow you to like do a normal action, things like that.
So if you roll a 1, the creature uses all its movement in a random direction.
That could be interesting.
2 to 6, the creature does nothing. 7 to 8, the creature uses its own action to make a melee attack against a randomly determined target.
Oh no!
And then 9 and 10, you get to do normal things.
Oh no!
So that was Actan.
Yep, I have no bonus.
Hag lady.
Hag lady
Oh,
sort of hops out of the water. She does not look
Happy.
happy
if I was within
or
30 foot, I would have banged her.
she looks pretty damaged, to say the least.
Hell yeah.
You annoying spellcaster.
What did I do?
Instead they go, you cast spells too.
No, dude!
At the end of each of its turns, an affected target can make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
If
yeah.
it succeeds, the effect ends for that target.
Yeah. I ain't
What's
gonna
this?
pass.
10 to hit.
That is a miss. even without any.
Herself is not a particularly combative.
Yeah.
So you watch as in her palm there's this very green sort of malevolent energy that she fires at you, and she misses. So
I'm rubbing off on her. Oh boy.
You get what on her? What? Oh.
I'm rubbing off on her.
He's
I
about
keep
to
missing
go
everything.
medieval on her hiney.
Ah.
And
She's
apparently
probably about
he's
the same
rubbing
age
off
as
on
you. She's probably the same age.
way older, I'd
her. You
imagine.
cradle robber, you.
That's her at this point. Right, I guess.
Are you flirting with me?
I was going to point out that we currently have Dumbledore fighting a pirate.
Dumbledore. Severus.
We are available to write Harry Potter movies if you want. Can't promise they'll make sense, but we are available.
I mean, they'll make as much sense as the ones that were written by Warner Brothers.
Stop it, Ron.
Leviosa.
Leviosa, not Leviosa.
That's fine. So I'm going to try and cast a second level chromatic orb. Again, lightning seems to be doing alright so far, but that is a natural 20. So that is a 4d8, so 32.
Plus another 40.
Yeah.
That first crit didn't really count. Not cheap.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wait, it was Tom's turn on Wednesday, and now it's my turn to get a couple of crits. Thank
He
God
did
for
get
that.
5 or something.
They did rather.
He did
And he was
insane
referring to himself in
number.
the third person.
No, there are 2
Yeah,
Toms
the
in
other
that.
the other Tom.
Yeah.
So be Jesus, as it's
Yeah.
called.
Yeah.
Was that Cox? Would you count that?
If in doubt, it's Cox.
Yeah. So that was Incredible. So
So
that's
my
2,
favourite rule
4.
for cocked dice is if you can balance another dice of the same type on top of it, it's not cocked.
You've got problems with D4s there.
Well, that is a 9.
Well,
so 32
cocked
plus
a D4.
9.
You can go up against an edge.
Yeah.
That is,
So
That's more
41
lightning.
points of damage,
yeah.
hailing in comparison to the 65, which means across 2 spells you nearly did 100 points of damage.
By yourself.
Wait, 65 and 41.
Over 100.
106.
106. Oh yeah.
God bless Chromatic Orb, man. Oh my word.
Great.
And 20s.
Yeah.
I like it how first.
And for anyone wondering, that's why we are playing Crunchy Crits. As Marius found out, they can be pretty horrific. I go.
D10.
My God.
Eat wood.
Yes, you should. Well, yeah, but that 60 and the 40
Don't get
effectively.
10.
Oh, yeah.
You're fine.
Oh.
Oh, roll a d20 for.
Oh, yeah.
Move an action normally.
9.
You're fine. God damn. You're just avoiding all of the environment traps, aren't you?
I have you know,
He's not.
you're always going to get one from me if I have.
Yes, but you're willingly doing it. That's not the same.
It's hilarious. I'm a hairless Harrington that is now confused. I can't remember what else happened.
You also get to make a saving throw
You're
to
not
see
an
if
elf
you're
anymore, are you?
shaking off the
Because
confusion.
you had to have changed.
Yeah, that's
Nope.
all wearing off. I think I still look a little bit like it, but
Although I have now put myself closer to you.
Yeah, I'm quite aware of that.
So, as we move into the 7th, 8th round of combat,
I did it.
Pavlova is looking hurt, as are the rest of you, I imagine.
Let
So,
the wizard do it.
Marius.
I'm not looking hurt. I don't want her to think that I'm weak. I'm hobbling along going, I'm fine! That's my arm hanging.
Come back on, fight your legs
Right.
off.
I shall move there.
Drop your arm
They
and
just-
go back and pick it up.
Flamethrower, burning hands.
Yep.
Dex save.
Go, go, go.
Nope.
I don't even use a spell slot. 10 fire. Move there, and then I shall command my spirit to go to there, and not too close
It can
to you.
fly, I imagine.
Yeah.
So.
So you're going to make it
And-
move over to me and then teleport me away from you.
And that's a 23 to hit,
Hit.
and that is another 8 fire damage.
Very nice. Very good, very nice. Very good, very nice.
Actually getting the effect now.
Actan.
D10.
D10.
10.
You're fine. God damn it. Wild magic doesn't trigger because I want to. It triggers because you want to, and then you're fine.
Standard jump
Yep.
can
Yep.
get me there, right? What's that, 5 foot?
The 10, plus
10.
technically.
10.
Because the jump is
5 of jump,
20,
5.
25,
Yeah.
Yeah.
30.
It still uses the movement you
Action. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
That's right. Bring yourself closer to me.
I've nowhere else to go.
Did you make your saves?
I don't.
He did.
He did.
Yeah.
I'm now
And then
back
at the
to
end
mine.
of your turn,
I'm
you
now
get
back
to
to
make a
mine.
save.
12.
Well,
Fair.
yours is 15, yeah. So.
It's against your spell DC,
Yeah.
which I think is the easiest way to do it.
Well, that's what it is.
Well, it's not really his spell, but
It was
So
his
it's his-
effect.
yeah.
Yeah.
I farted confusion.
Equally, I'm not sure you're going to make the DC of the Feywild.
No.
you think you're more powerful than a plane of existence?
Job done.
Turned me into a noob. I got better.
He's just armless. What's she gonna do?
That's the thing.
When she comes for you, wizard.
Well, hopefully she misses again. That's quite nice.
You know it's
She's
inevitable
gonna-
that she won't now.
She's
you
gonna
know that.
charge at the druid like the witch in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. She's just gonna step inside and let her fall out the
She
window.
is going to attack the druid with a ranged spell, which is a natural 20. So
We need a cleric
Um,
of the grave, whatever it is.
I believe you.
4d6 plus 3, so that's 24. How much hit points
I'm
are you?
down.
You're down.
What's your
I got
max, though?
33, but I'm down to 10.
Can you roll 43?
Again, I'm not doing outright death.
Yeah.
In this
Yeah,
game. It
it's-
has to be something like getting
If
eaten
something
by a
hits
dragon.
you, if
Sure,
something hits
falling-
you for 100 damage,
Maybe.
Yeah, I can take it on the chin, right?
that's like being disintegrated.
And then, let's see if we can get
I'm
this
coming.
down. She's going to hop.
Oh.
She is a toad. And then she is going to
Look at my trident.
Lick
Alright.
you.
24.
Damn,
Yeah.
yeah, that'll do it, even with shield. Yeah. Fun. Alright.
What can you get with shield?
It gives me +5.
Yeah.
Which give you...
20 in total. 'Cause I'm at 5 at the moment. 15 at
Five.
the moment.
11 piercing damage.
Ooh, I'm still up.
And you are grappled.
That's
Wow.
fine.
We are absolutely
I can
beaten
solve
right
it.
now.
I'm on 4.
I think I'm the healthiest. You...
I'm on 13.
Yeah, I'm the healthiest.
How many times have you been hit?
She's going to
Once.
swallow you.
How many?
Once.
Yeah.
Actually, how big are you?
I've been
I
hit
guess a
medium.
medium.
5.
Just a medium human. Can I shield this?
She tries to swallow you.
No.
You have
It's
never been
18.
so grateful to be the size you are, as sort of the tongue wraps around you and you can sort of feel yourself being pulled
She
against.
forgot she's not a plesiosaur anymore.
Yeah.
No.
Speak of the devil. So you are grappled.
Yeah.
I can get you out on my turn.
And I can get myself out this turn as well, but
Yeah, but you've got a problem though, right?
I can still got
You
spirit.
still got... You can still... Okay.
Oh yeah. Now I'm down. I don't have to order the spirit. I can just use it as.
but also the issue is I don't have any healing, so I can't get anyone up.
It's fine.
What about
I'll get
I'm
there
a
eventually.
wizard without
Distracted.
healing?
What kind of wizard are you? So you are in.
Just
This fight has not gone at all how you thought.
no, it's been a bit on the fly. Figure out as we go, but I figured something out. I'm gonna try and shocking grasp. So shocking grasp. So shocking grasp. That is a 19 on the dice.
That will hit.
So, yeah,
Roll your damage.
25. So that's 2d8.
It does something though, right?
Yes,
This
that's
loses her reaction.
7.
If
7
she's wearing
lightning.
metal armor, which I don't think she
She
is.
had 6 hit points left. I imagine you sort of, as she's trying to pull you back in, you sort of grasp over the tongue
Yeah.
and
Zap.
I was about to knock you into the wall.
Do we now like look around and see a bunch of like bollywogs still on the shore like
I know, we still
what
got
happens is
combat
could they
here.
see the
well,
they see the
there's sort
giant
of potential for
dinosaur?
combat.
And also, I'm still not out of danger yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess if she's dead, I'm gonna.
It's all down to you now, by the way.
Well, who's next?
Well, it's still Elor's
Yeah.
turn.
I guess I'll go and I'll try and stabilize him. I guess.
Medicine check.
Yeah, medicine. Oh, that's the act-
Staying alive.
Oh, that's an action.
That
Oh,
was
that is an
action.
action.
You already did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've already
And
done an
your
action.
shocking grasp is also
Yeah,
an action.
yeah. So what? I don't have any
You can't
bullets.
actually do
You
anything.
can just sort of look at him.
I guess I'm
And
gonna.
look at him and look over at the party and go,
I guess I'm gonna kick her body.
bar's
I guess
like-
in anger.
Well, I imagine
I
it's
hope
sort
the bar's
of
not
falling
confused.
into the into
Oh, can I
the
try and
water.
grab it and keep it out then?
If you want.
So
Yeah,
yeah, the
try and drag her,
one person who
keep her
can heal
body
me
out.
may be too confused to do it.
Yep, that's correct.
I can try and stabilize you next turn. But
Yeah, but you have
the action.
stabilizing and the rest of the bodyworks are
Yeah.
around as well. So
Mhm.
I go.
Oh, did you?
Confusion.
D10. What you got?
No, he passed. He's
Oops,
fine.
no,
No,
I didn't.
no, he didn't pass.
I rolled a 10.
Then you made the save at the end of the turn.
Yeah, no, but he no.
Yeah, so
he
I roll a
didn't-
D10 every turn whilst I'm
Yeah.
confused.
But he failed the save.
And then I
Oh,
failed my saving
failed.
throw at the end
Ah.
of the turn, so I rolled a
Sorry.
10 for my saving throw.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, sorry. That's one with the same number.
6.
Uh-oh.
I think you do nothing.
Yeah, it's 7 and 8 has hit me.
Yeah, you do nothing.
11. I'm getting there one roll at a time, baby.
Back up to the top of the round. Marius, third death save. I
Well,
think.
No, first.
Well, in total.
It would have been my second.
So it would have been second. Okay.
7. That's a
I
fail.
thought that was a 1 there, were they?
So you are 0 and 1 because they will.
Yeah.
Actan,
D10.
D10.
8.
and,
I attacked the nearest person, right?
Yeah.
I think you have to be within reach.
You make a melee attack, so you do nothing.
Swinging at the air.
I'm like frantically going, get away from me!
Hello.
Painful.
Yeah, I guess action to try and stabilise Marius. So that's medicine.
That's not Marius.
I didn't mean to kill her.
Oh god, I only have a +1, but
You could do it.
I can try.
You could do it.
Natural 20.
Oh,
He could do it.
that,
He
I
is
think
stable.
stabilises them on
Zero.
Zero. D4 tells you how many rounds.
Alright. A recovery
many
position
hours?
and just
Hours. Hours.
yeah.
And with that, we will end initiative. As I imagine the two of you just spend the next few seconds just walking around.
6.
Walking into
I
the
think-
water.
Oh, hang on,
I see
give a
Akdan
second.
start swinging at the end. I think
Potentially
I'll leave them
17.
to
a
it.
good place for us to stop this evening as well, because my knee is killing me.
How many?
Oh yeah, fair enough.
With 2 hours and 10 minutes we've been going for anyway, so
I'm happy to call it there.
It's an
it's,
intense
I think it's a key point that we can stop at. So
There wasn't going to be too much more anyway.
I can get some healing into him if need be.
He's stable. It's fine. You do watch as the Bullywugs is very cautiously approaching the battle scene, and you will all gain the benefit of a long rest, healthy meal, etc.
Oh, as a
The Bullywugs are taking care of you. King Illig is very keen to point out that you guys are friends.
and a level.
Maybe.
Well, you effectively got the choice. We can end with a level up, or we can start next session with a level up.
With the level up.
Why not?
You can end with a level up then. It is the level up you would get from going to Yon, but
Yeah,
I mean, you kind of earned it.
that's where we're going to be going at the beginning of next session.
Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
may as well
Yeah.
just save time. For the record, you did more than 250 points of damage.
he probably did about 3/4.
He did. I was about to say. Well,
And you did the rest of
He
it?
did about half of it.
to point out, this is why wizards get good at 5th level.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
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 But, yeah.
I'm going to go 3.
I'm at most rolling-
Sorcerer.
A die for damage. You're rolling multiple dice for damage.
Well, 10 was the most I was able to. 5 were maxed, and then I rolled another 5.
Yeah, so technically we're rolling 10.
Yeah.
Which also means that
That's-
to your advantage, your minimum damage is going to be
So
higher
HP?
than mine.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you enjoyed.
I don't know what I'm rolling for.
Yeah, I
It's
don't know.
sort
I
of-
hope you enjoyed that
Oh,
combat.
yeah,
I
yeah.
tried. So my plan was to make all 3 hags feel
Different. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
different.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that
That
one
was definitely
did it.
different.
It was just as not annoying in the it was so annoying sense, but in a
challenging.
it was a
so-
challenging sense
Yeah.
of yes, she wasn't making herself small and hiding; she was making herself big and hiding in water.
Also, I can't believe. I knew what she was doing. I said polymorph at the start. I still failed the Arcana check.
Yeah. Again, things you know in
Yeah.
person
Yeah.
and things you know in character,
Are different, yeah.
and that's why it can be a bit difficult
And you
sometimes.
figure out what net magic you want.
So my level 6 feature, Bond with your wildfire spirit enhances your destructive and restorative spells.
Ooh.
Whenever you cast a spell that deals fire damage or restores hit points while your wildfire spirit is summoned, roll a d8 and you gain a bonus equal to number rolled to 1 damage or healing roll of the spell.
When are you ever going
It
to
is
roll
de-
fire damage?
In addition, when you cast a spell with a range other than self, the spell can originate from you or your wildfire spirit.
Ooh. Nice one.
Hopefully you're all still having fun. And
Very
Tom,
much so.
as you killed the hag, you can have the last flapjack.
Everything was worth it.